المصطفى أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم قال رب السجن أحب إلي مما يدعونني إليه وإلا تصرف عني كيدهن أصب إليهن وأكن من الجاهلين فاستجاب له ربه فصرف عنه كيدهن إنه هو السميع العليم ثم بدا لهم من بعد ما رأوا الآيات ليسجننه حتى حين ودخل معه السجن فتيان قال أحدهما إني أراني أعصر خمرا وقال الآخر إني أراني أحمل فوق رأسي خبزا تأكل الطير منه نبئنا بتأويله إنا نراك من المحسنين قال لا يأتيكما طعام ترزقانه إلا نبأتكما بتأويله قبل أن يأتيكما ذلكما مما علمني ربي إني تركت ملة قوم لا يؤمنون بالله وهم بالآخرة هم كافرون واتبعت ملة آبائي إبراهيم وإسحاق ويعقوب ما كان لنا أن نشرك بالله من شيء ذلك من فضل الله علينا وعلى الناس ولكن أكثر الناس لا يشكرون. يا صاحبي السجن أأرباب متفرقون خير أم الله الواحد القهار صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين الحمد لله رب العالمين. Last night, continuing with the story of Hadith Yusuf alayhi salam, he had said to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, Ya Allah, O my Lord, the prison is dearer to me, is more beloved to me than what these women are calling me towards. From this, Hazrat Ulama Mufassirin have written some principles. One principle from this that should be understood is that compared to sinning, any place where a person is protected from sin, although it might be not a very comfortable place, it might not be a place of luxury, still it is better than disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And also environment is also very important, because Hazrat Mufassirin have said that for Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam himself, it would have become an environment where he was constantly being called towards sin. So therefore he had also preferred imprisonment rather than the environment of sin. Therefore a person to run away from the environment of sin is also a farz, a necessity, a mandatory thing that a person has to do if they are in an environment where they are susceptible to falling in the trap of shaitan, to disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then they should run away from that environment. They should run away from such people, they should run away from such companies, they should run away from such environments. Second thing is that we hinted at yesterday as well, that Ya Allah, if you do not protect me, or if you do not take their guile, their trick, their plan away from me, then I might fall in the trap of shaitan and do the sin. So the other thing is that even the most pious people, even the Anbiya, they are protected from sin by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The power, the authority lies with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah has kept it within the human being, certain strength which they are supposed to use, but the real protection is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we have to use our utmost willpower, utmost whatever is within our control, whatever is within our strength, and then place the trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right from the beginning, this Nabi of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Yusuf alayhi salam, is saying that, Ya Allah, you protect me. If you do not protect me, there is no protection for me, I will fall in this trap. وَأَكُمْ مِنَ الْجَاهِلِينَ, I'll become from among the ignorant ones. Elaborating on what we said yesternight, all knowledge, if it deserves to be called knowledge, it should teach a human being submission to the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is the definition of knowledge, that only that education, only that knowledge deserves to be called knowledge, or ilm, that teaches the submission and obedience to the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everything else is jahl. Jahl, ignorance, is running away from the wahi of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Therefore, the person who was the biggest enemy of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is called Abu Jahl, the biggest jahil. The biggest jahil, the most ignorant person, Abu Jahl, who ran away and showed animosity to the wahi and the Nabi of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And those who submit, who give in to the command, those are the biggest ulama, those are the alim. Those are the knowledge people. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted his dua, and then he was put into the prison. وَدَخَلَ مَعَهُ السِّجْنَ فَتَيَانِ. Here a sub-story which also contains a lot of ma'arif and a lot of principles of deen. When Sayyidina Yusuf ala Nabiyina alayhi salatu wasalam was put into the prison, 2 other young people were put in prison either with him, or in that period that he was in the prison, 2 other people were also put into the prison. قَالَ أَحَدُهُمَا. So when Sayyidina Yusuf ala Nabiyina salatu wasalam was put into the prison, he was the Nabi of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he showed the best of behavior. Although the people who were in the prison were criminals and people who did not have a very good behavior, but he took care of everyone. Hazrat ulama have written that he would go from prisoner to prisoner, asking about their needs, trying his best, whatever he could, to fulfill their needs, to provide them comfort and stay at the cost of his own comfort. And he would stay awake at night and would pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, make ibadat and zikr to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he gained a status of respect among all the prisoners as well. And in fact, the caretaker of the prison, he also became a mu'taqid, somebody who respected Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam, and he said that if it was under my power, I would have released you right away. But whatever I have under my power is that I can give you the most comfort that I can, the ease that I can do for you, I will do for you. So he became a person who was generally respected. And the Nabi of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, his first and foremost job is to present the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to people in the manner that they would accept and agree and listen to. So Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam did not give up his job even in the prison. Therefore, a believer, no matter how hard, no matter how difficult the situation is, they do not give up on their iman, and they do not give up on their job. What is their job? To keep calling people towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Yusuf alayhi salam, he is in the prison, he's in a very hard time, he's facing a very hard time, but still he keeps on calling people towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When he has this respect, 2 people come to him. قَالَ أَحَدُهُمَا. The 2 people who are entered into, the 2 young people, Fatayan, 2 people who are put into the prison. قَالَ أَحَدُهُمَا. One of them came to him and said, إِنِّي أَرَانِي أَعْصِرُ خَمْرًا. They basically told him, both of them told him 2 dreams. And this basically came to him and said that we find you a sacred person, a person with sanctity. So we ask you that we have seen these 2 dreams. Tell us the meaning of this. قال أحدهما إني أراني أعصر خمرا. One of them said that I was extracting wine. I saw myself extracting wine. وقال الآخر إني أراني أحمل فوق رأسي خبزا تأكل الطير منه. I am taking bread on my head. I am carrying bread on my head from which birds are eating. نبئنا بتأويله. Tell us the meaning of this. إنا نراك من المحسنين. We see you among those who are people of good deeds, good people. So Hazrat Mufassirin, even Hazrat Sahaba have differed on the opinion that did these people actually see this dream and really wanted to know the meaning of it, or they were just trying to test Sayyidina Yusuf ala Nabiyina alayhi salatu wasalam. But either way, had Yusuf alayhi salam used this opportunity to call them towards the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he adopted a style which is very beautiful and unique. Qala, he said to them, La ya'tikuma ta'amun turzaqanihi illa nabba'tukuma bita'wili. No meal, no food should come to you, but I will tell you its description before it reaches you. So whatever food comes from your house or from wherever for you to be fed on, I will tell you about it before it comes to you. This is a mu'jiza of the Nabi, Had Yusuf ala Nabiyina salatu wasalam, that he told them about. And he said, ذَلِكُمَا مِمَّا عَلَّمَنِي رَبِّي. This is not from my own side, but from the knowledge that my Rabb gives me. So he introduced them to their and his Rabb. Then he defined his Rabb. إِنِّي تَرَكْتُ مِلَّةَ قَوْمٍ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ وَهُمْ بِالْآخِرَةِ هُمْ كَافِرُونَ. My way is that I have given up the people, the nation who does not believe in Allah and who do not believe in the hereafter. I am free and away from those people. وَاتَّبَعْتُ مِلَّةَ آبَائِ إِبْرَاهِيمَ. And I follow the way of my Aba, my forefathers, Ibrahim wa Ishaq wa Yaqub. So he also told them one mu'jiza, that I will tell you the meal that comes to you before it reaches you. And then a second aspect of respect is that I belong to the family of well-respected Anbiya, Ibrahim, Ishaq, Yaqub alayhim as-salam. Ma kana lana an nushrik, and their way was to their way I stick to. And their way was ma kana lana an nushrika billahi min shay. They did not associate any partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. ذَلِكَ مِنْ فَضْلِ اللَّهِ عَلَيْنَا وَعَلَى النَّاسِ. And this is because of the favor of Allah that Allah has done upon us and upon the people. وَلَكِنَّ أَكْثَرَ النَّاسِ لَا يَشْكُرُونَ. But most people, they do not give thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is to understand that tawheed and stick to it. Most people are doing shirk these days. Ya sahiba yis-sijn, O my fellow prisoners, أَأَرْبَابٌ مُتَفَرِّقُونَ خَيْرٌ. Are different gods better? أَمِ Al-Wahid al-Qahhar, or Allah, the one, the all-dominant. Ma ta'buduna min dunihi, whatever you worship, min dunihi, apart from Allah, it is nothing but illa asma'an sammaytumuha. They are but names. Sammaytumuha antum wa aba'ukum. These are names that you have come up and your forefathers have come up out of their own. Ma anzalallahu biha min sultan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not sent down anything about those, any authority for those. In al-hukmu illa lillah. Hukm, which means sovereignty, total command, total authority, belongs only to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Amara Allah ta'budu illa iya, and He has commanded that do not worship anyone except Allah alone. ذَلِكَ الدِّينُ الْقَيِّمُ. This is the true, the steadfast, the astute path. وَلَكِنَّ أَكْثَرَ النَّاسِ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. But most people do not know. So this is how He called them towards the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and presented faith and oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, tawheed to them. Then He answered their question, Ya sahiba yis-sijn, O my fellow prisoners, amma ahadukuma fayasqi rabbahu khamra. One of you will be serving wine to his master. Wa amma al-akharu, and the other one, fayuslab, will be crucified and killed. Fata'kulu at-tayru min ra'si, and birds will eat from his head, from his dead body, his head. Qudiya al-amr. This is the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the destiny in this matter. Alladhi fihi tastaftiyan, the matter about which you are asking. When they heard this, the mufassirin who have said that these people were only testing Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam, they said that we really did not see any dreams, we were just testing your knowledge. But Yusuf alayhi salam said that this is the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now. The sin of telling a false dream is a very, very major one. And this was in a way punishment to them, that even some Mufassirin have said, even some Sahaba have said that they really saw those dreams, and these people, one of them became somebody who would serve their king. This is how it happened later on. And the other one was crucified. These people were put in the prison because there was an accusation about them that they had tried to poison the king. So they were, until the matter was resolved, they were put in the prison and the matter was under investigation. And then these people either did see the dream or did not see the dream, but this was the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that one of them will be crucified and the other would gain respect and become somebody who serves drinks to the king. And this is the decision that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made. The beauty of Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam was that out of his mercy he did not specifically tell that you are going to be killed and you are going to become respected, but he just said one of you and one of you. وَقَالَ لِلَّذِي ظَنَّ أَنَّهُ نَاجٍ مِّنْهُمَا, and he said to the one about whom he expected that this is the person who is going to be released. The person who was going to be released was the person who saw the dream that he was extracting wine. اُذْكُرْنِي عِنْدَ رَبِّكَ. He, Sayyidina Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, told that person whom he expected to be released from the prison that mention me to your master. فَأَنْسَاهُ الشَّيْطَانُ ذِكْرَ رَبِّهِ. So he had said that, remind the king that an innocent person is in the prison, you had put him in the prison, don't forget about him, basically release him. فَأَنْسَاهُ الشَّيْطَانُ ذِكْرَ رَبِّهِ. But this person, when he found his place in the king's court, the shaitan made him forget. فَلَبِثَ فِي السِّجْنِ بِضْعَ سِنِينَ. And Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam remained in prison for a few more years. بِضْعَ سِنِينَ can be used for 3 up to 9 years, and Mufassirin have said that he stayed in the prison for 7 more years after this. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us the people of Quran. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept it from us. The ma'arif of these ayat inshallah, some are remaining, we'll do tomorrow inshallah. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. آمين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.